Good day, boys and girls, men and women, those who believe and those who do not believe, those who are curious and those who are not so curious. This is Anthony Evans, Mr. Impossible, and also your brain best friend. And thank you for another episode of Walk in Wisdom. The reason why we call this show Walk in Wisdom is because I'm going to say something that's going to spark your mind. I know I'm going to say something that's going to make you think. I know for a fact that today you will walk off having something inside you that you did not have before. Today I want to talk about racism. A lot of times I try to, not a lot of times, but I have been shying away from talking about racism because I didn't want my white friends to think that I was a racist, and I didn't want my black friends to think that I'm not black enough. So you can never really please people by not talking about a subject. But right now we're living in a day and time where this has to be talked about, and I cannot keep my mouth shut about racism anymore. And I'm not going to keep my mouth shut anymore about racism. If you do not like what I'm saying, then just know that I'm speaking from the heart, and I'm not speaking from hatred, because I do not hate anything except racism. I do not hate the man. I do not hate the woman. I hate racism. I hate jealousy. I hate envy. Envy comes from when someone else has something and you want it. When someone has a talent and you want it. Jealousy comes from stupidity and not understanding what another person is going through to be who they are. If you want to gain muscle, you cannot continue to keep looking at TV and watching someone exercise and you don't exercise along with them. If you want to get a nice car, a nice home, a nice outfit, you cannot watch others get nice outfits and you don't go out and go and qualify for what it takes to go get them nice outfits, to go get the nice car and go get the nice house. It may take you longer to get where you need to go, but don't apply envy and jealousy. Don't apply that you don't like somebody because they have what you want. A lot of times, the reason why you want things is to make you feel important. But you should feel important the day you were born. The day you were born, the reason why you celebrate the day you were born is because you were the most important thing on this earth that God ever created. Your brain, your mouth, the way you act is going to determine how great you can really be. Now, back to this racism thing. Someone may ask me, Anthony, are you a racist? Anthony, are you prejudiced? When a person has to prove that they're not a racist, when a person has to prove that they're not prejudiced, more than likely they probably are. So I'm not going to say anything except you go back and look at my videos. You go back and search me and find out who I am. And then you would know, am I a racist or am I prejudiced? Because I'm not going to sit here and prove to you that I'm that or I'm not that. I'm not going to do that. We got too many people in power that's lying to you, that's saying things that you want to hear. I'm going to say things to you that you need to hear, whether you like it or not, because I know my voice is powerful. I know my brain is connected to heaven, and I know I can make a difference. And I'm not looking to be popular, because what I have to speak does not make me popular. What I have to say does not make me popular. Actually, it makes me non-popular because I'm speaking the truth. You might say you might say that you want the truth, but you don't want the truth. because the truth hurts. You do not want the truth because the truth is going to sting a little bit. So if I say something and I sugarcoat it, I'm not offending you. And I cannot say that I'm a true friend. I cannot say that I'm a true man of God. I cannot say that I'm family to you if all I do is sugarcoat what needs to be said, what needs to be done. We got a team that's called, well, we got a group that's called Black Lives Matter. And if Black Lives matter, if Black lives really matter, then think about drug dealing and how it's killing our people. Now you might say, well, the reason why I drug deal is because I want money. I want to be able to take care of myself. And I understand that. But if you was to get caught, do you understand the punishment that will happen to you once you get caught? Your girlfriend, your wife will have to suffer. Your mother will have to suffer and watch you in jail. Your father, if he's in your life, will have to suffer and watch you while you're in jail. That will hurt the family. We're being set up. You've been set up to go sell this product to go hurt other people in our community. There was once something on a wall that says, it was from a Ku Klux Klan member. It says, I no longer have to go in the black community anymore because the blacks hate each other. The blacks are killing themselves. Wake up, people. Wake up. We got to do better. I know that you're angry at what's going on in this world. I know that you're angry. But in your anger, make wise decisions. This is what we're supposed to do as leaders. This is what we're supposed to do as men and women of God. This is what we're supposed to do just if we're good-hearted people. I'm going to read something to you. So check this out. Be patient, ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting ready to come to you right now, and I'm going to read this message to you. It's coming out of Acts, chapter 26, verse 18. And this is what it reads. We are to open their eyes and turn them from darkness to light. I'm going to read that again. To open their eyes and to turn them from darkness to light. Who is it talking about? If you're in darkness, and I'm supposed to bring light inside of you, who am I talking to? I'm talking to the people who were jealous. I'm talking to the people who are envy. I'm talking to the racists. I'm talking to the prejudice. It's our job. Now, if they don't want to change, justice has to be done, but done in an intelligent way. Remember, that's Acts 26, verse 18. And from the power of Satan unto God, that they may receive forgiveness of sin. And that's hard. You know that ain't man. That's God. Because a man does not want to forgive right now in this day and time that we're living in. But the reason why we forgive is so that we won't make wrong decisions of ourselves. The reason why we forgive is so that we can change this world. Is it going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy. Is it going to be hard? Yes, it's going to be hard. Let me continue. That's Acts 26, verses 18. And inherit among them which are sanctified by faith that is in me. Faith is something that's very strong. Faith is something that can save your life. Faith is something that the average person has no idea what it is. Now, we have people who believe, and we have people who are disciples. We have people who are apostles. The difference between someone who believes, they may say, well, Anthony, I believe in what you say. I believe in God. I believe in Jesus, but I'm not a follower. So if you're not a follower, that means that you're leading your own game. You're leading your own crew. And you cannot lead without Jesus. I was watching this show one time, and it was T.I.'s show. It's called Expeditiously. I hope I'm saying it right, but if I'm not saying it right, I was watching. And on the show, T.I. said, why can't we go directly to God? Why do we have to go through Jesus first? And I was thinking, I said, that's a good question. Why do we have to go to Jesus first before we can get to God? Well, it's just like if you're in the game. I'm going to answer your question, T.I. And it's not knocking you, brother, because I love you. And I'm telling you this through love. The reason why we have to go through Jesus first, because Jesus is the one who's going to hook us up to get that connection. Just like you in the music business. I just can't come straight to you and say I want a record deal. I would have to go through someone in your company first who approves and say that I'm good enough to meet you. Jesus is the same way. Jesus, go to God and say you qualify. Then you can go directly to God. Just like I can go directly to you once I prove myself in the music business that I'm actually good at what I do, then I could go directly to T.I. But first I might have to go through someone else on your team before I can get to T.I. It's just that, that's the reason why. So yes, you can go directly to God, but you have to go to Jesus first, because Jesus is the one to make sure that you qualify to talk to God. It's just that simple. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to end this with a prayer. I don't want to keep you long, because this is for people who has their own business, people who have to work a 9 to 5, and I know you don't have a lot of time, so I'm not going to keep you long. And I know a lot of speeches, they are very long speeches, and you try to listen to the whole speech, and you don't really have time because the speech is so long. So I'm going to make this speech very short. I want to make this message very short. And I want you to know the reason why I'm here is because I love you. The reason why I'm talking is because God loves you. I want you guys to continue to keep making the right decisions and not just focus on making bad decisions or wrong decisions. We have to be intelligent, because we are a threat to this world. We are a major threat to this world. And I want to end this with a prayer for all my brothers and all my sisters around the world. Dear God in heaven, I need you to listen to me and focus on the words that come out of my mouth. I have a direct connection with you, and I know that what I pray for will be answered when you are ready to make that change that needs to be done. To all this is for all of the people who are protesting, or the people at home who wants to protest and cannot protest, or they would like to, but they just not ready to protest along with the people. Let us see change, Lord, like I am seeing now. I am seeing more people come together and unite than I ever did before, that any speeches have ever been made. I am seeing people in power losing their power because they have to lose their power, and I know that's you. I know that's you, God. I don't ask for much, God, because I thank you for what you have already done. You have already done so much in our lives. You have already proved that you are God. But today, I'm asking you to help others see in the evil that's in this world. Help us come together and unite and get rid of it. because we have to live in a perfect harmony world. We can't have it. We can't have heaven here on this earth. And anyone that's going through a hard time, I want them to know that you have their back. I want them to know that I have their back. But we have to make right decisions. Don't go out and make wrong decisions and wind up in jail. Then somebody has to get some money to get you out. Let's do it accordingly. Let's do it to the point where people don't understand how we're going to do it, but we're doing it in an intelligent way. In Jesus' name, I believe it and I receive it. Amen. I hope you guys got something out of this. I know some of you guys got something out of this. And I want to say that I love you. God loves you. And we're cheering for you. I don't want to see you make mistakes, but if you have made mistakes in the past, don't continue to keep making the same mistakes. Don't continue to keep making decisions out of anger without making a wise decision. Be angry, but do not sin. Be angry, but do not do what someone did to you that will cause you to wind up in jail, to wind up for you, for your life to be gone. Because we need you. We need you in this world. This is Anthony Evans, Mr. Impossible, your brain best friend. And thank you for watching Walk in Wisdom.